What's going on, guys? Spartan Willie here. Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 in our Rebuilding Ferrari Motorsport Manager F1 2020 mod series. Okay, so if you haven't seen episode 1, I highly recommend you go check that out because it's about to be a big spoiler from that episode. We won. Daniel Ricciardo is at the top of the Drivers' Championship. Leclerc in 5th. He was in P2 for so long. The car wasn't with him all the way, but we got a gearbox coming in 3 days. Well, 4 days, but Sakia's in 10, so we've got a bit of time. We will get that gearbox. Hopefully we can get reliability up to scratch. Car repair's finished. What are we working on? Some reliability, probably? Yep. So we're going to work on some front wing reliability, the best front wing in the championship, no less. Beautifully done, boys. Go all the way through to the gearbox. We did actually have some front wing reliability issues in the Australian Grand Prix, if you remember. But we could repair it for free, so reliability really isn't that big of a problem. So, as I thought it was anyway, so maybe we can just repair every part, but that gearbox is now done. So we're going to give it to Daniel Ricciardo because we have to. He's a race winner now. I mean, Leclerc has just got a massive gearbox upgrade too, if you have a look. So basically, I'm just going to say right now, Daniel Ricciardo is a number 1 driver. He's better in the ability, and plus I'm Australian, so I'm biased. So I'll just go out there and admit it. But onto the gearbox here. Leclerc's going to get an upgrade of about 60. I can't believe doing the math, but that's a much better gearbox. So if we improve that gearbox reliability as well, it'll be even better. Now, design a new part. We're going to go back on the gearbox, and we're going to do acceleration and acceleration, and that should be another good upgrade. We accepted last year when we were designing parts that the gearbox is going to have to be a work in progress for next year. Most because there's always like a couple parts that get a bit neglected. Last year the suspension was right until the end. What do we need here? Top speed. Well, we could have another good race here because we got top speed. We have top speed. And we need to make another engine because look at that gap in the top speeds. So if we make another engine, it'll be better than that. So that is the plan. Factory stuff ideal, not anymore. So, already at the Grand Prix, it happened so quick. I'm going to quickly review the pit crew, but I'll see you for qualifying in Bahrain. Practice out the way, welcome to qualifying here in Bahrain. Hoping for a good result, but practice is always not something to go by. There's obviously still a big gap between Ricciardo and Leclerc's car. We're looking to address that though by building new parts and starting to equal it out a little bit. Got a bit of work to do with the setups, but if we go a little bit that way with the handling on Danny Rick, a little bit that way in the downforce, obviously strap on those old tires because it should be all dry here in the deserts of Bahrain. If we go over here to Leclerc's setup, we'll get great. We'll probably leave it at that because I'm struggling with Leclerc's setup so much, so we'll just leave it. Take qualifying, hoping for a quick Q1 lap on the U set, and then we can get started into Q2. So there's probably about a 5-place gap between Ricciardo and Leclerc, about 5th and 10th. So we just have to expect that. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just trying to explain myself for giving all Ricciardo the good parts because we want a driver up there fighting. We don't want both drivers to be fighting for like 7th and 8th. We want one driver to be fighting for a race win and the other driver will be fighting in the same spot soon. Don't worry, if you're a Leclerc fan, I'm not disrespecting your boy. I'm just being smart about it. But we're done in Q1. As you can see there, we're through. Beautifully done. We'll jump on board an ART just because I want to see their car. It sort of looks like a weird sort of black and white car. I don't know about the livery, it's strange. Obviously it's probably their livery in real life, but I'm just not used to seeing it in Formula 1, I guess. But it's pretty cool how they got promotion relegation in this game. It'll be interesting to do a save with Williams, to be honest. I was thinking of doing a save in Williams, but it probably is a bit boring because it's another F1 save in the F1 2020 mod. But there's something else I'm looking at as well, another mod for another series, but we'll get into that later. First, we've got to win the title with Ferrari, and Daniel Ricciardo is going to win the Drivers' Championship this year. Mark my words. It's going to happen. Anyway, Q1 over. I'm talking rubbish. Ricardo's in 4th on used tyres. That's exactly what we like to see. The car under him is pretty good. We're going to send him out straight away. Should we use the used tyres again? No, because the ones if he just sets a really fast lap. He probably won't, but if he does, then we're stuck on them for the race and you have to pit straight away. I feel like we should give Leclerc a good setup. Let's try and push him that way, and handling can only go one way, so it has to be right. Speed balance, go that way. Whew, I'm playing with fire here, but we'll give it a go. Why not? Why not? Daniel Ricciardo's got all excellent, so that's exactly what I want to see. I knew his setup just needed a couple of tweaks, but Leclerc's a bit more of a bigger job to get it from great to perfect. We'll see if we can do it though. Purple in sector 1, now they're both just green. Someone else wants to be on track, you have Verstappen. Going purple. 3 sectors, it's just gone purple. Oh no, Hamilton's better now in sector 2. Pretty intense stuff. This is actually a really long lap at Bahrain. This is probably the longest lap of the season, 148, or it's up there at least. Ricciardo doesn't need to go out again. Leclerc does because he's got a bit of work on his setup. This is what I was worried about. So if we go the opposite way to what we just went, and well, we can't go the opposite way on the suspension, can we? On the handling, I mean, yeah. So the handling's fine, and the speed balance needs to go a bit that way. Try and get the handling back and give him a new set of tires. That should be purple, 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 but I could be wrong. Now you got a bit of work here to do. Bit of work to do here, Charles. I know you don't have a better car, but surely Q2 isn't an acceptable knockout point. He's gone green in sector 1, so he's giving me hope. Green in sector 2, and yeah, he's in 8th. Surely there won't be that many improvements. No, there's not. So through to Q3, a bit squeaky bum time a little bit from Leclerc, but he's alright. So Alonso's still in 6th, Ocon's in 11th. That Renault looks to be just about as inconsistent as ours. As Stroll goes fastest, pushes Leclerc down 1 spot. Right now we're splitting the racing points with Leclerc. Look at the gap between Verstappen and Albon as well. Hamilton and Bottas have got pretty equal cars, it looks like. Here is this really long cutscene here. Sebastian Vettel and the McLaren goes out in Q2. He's probably hates me with passion, but you know how it is. He's not going to end the team in real life, so it can't be too upset. Alright, super soft. Oh no, we already had a good set on. We have so many sets of tires, I'm not used to it. So yeah, Leclerc setup's beautiful. So if we push it, nah, let's just leave it. Let's leave it. Park firme, not cheese the system too much. So trying to get those tires in temp, as you can see there with the changing. I can't bother doing it. It's such a little window as well. I don't know how they do it. Well, they don't most of the time. Most of the time they're going with overheated tires and whatnot. But Leclerc going green. I mean, I don't know what the first lap going green means. What are you improving on your Q2 time? But Ricciardo P3 right now, P4 now, still in the second row. We will get another lap. We can send him straight back out because maximum trap group anyway. The track is not going to get any better. Send him out, and then we'll send out Leclerc when he's well down the road. And this will be the final laps of qualifying here in Bahrain. We're going to go on board Daniel Ricciardo, as you can watch his sectors hopefully go green or purple. Starts his lap. He is slow in sector 1. Slow in sector 2. He's not improving. Leclerc is improving though. He's green in sector 1. Green in sector 2. This could be a decent lap from young Leclerc. Bang. 7th. Beautiful. Still got 3 outlaps at the bottom there. So hopefully Leclerc can maintain that. Ricciardo looks he's stuck in 4th, but Albon's going to improve by the looks of it. So is both racing points. So we could be looking at a 5th and 9th, to be honest. No, Albon doesn't improve, but we are looking at a 9th with Leclerc, with Alonso splitting the racing points. Verstappen on pole. And that Red Bull looks faster than the Mercedes this year, but I don't think it is in the car performance-wise, maybe in driver-wise, but then Hamilton's really overpowered. But this is it. Race day in Bahrain. We're on P4, which is beautiful. We're going to go super soft and race trim. There's going to be no rain today. Super soft, race trim. Car setups are fine. You know what we do. Attack, overtake, overtake, attack. Start race. Continue. Ricardo's so high up. It's beautiful to watch. Alright, here we go. Hopefully get a good start. The Mercedes will try and hound in on the Red Bull. We're going to stop this Red Bull from coming in a good start. And Ricciardo gets a decent start here. Chasing down Lewis Hamilton. He gets down the inside of Hamilton, passes Hamilton. The Racing Point does a dive on Hamilton. Hamilton's now under pressure from the Renault. Use that, man. Use the curves. I'm not going to interfere because, you know, leave it up to the driver's discretion, but I'll encourage him to use it. And as we go through, Bottas has taken the lead of the Grand Prix, and the tyres are already overheating halfway through lap 1. This race is going to be bollocks for the tyre wears. We're going to try and get it going a little bit as he uses a bit of ERS. Leclerc's dropped down to 13th, which is standard pretty much, but chasing down Verstappen here. He's getting a bit frustrated. He can't get past him. We're going to go on high, try and save some fuel a little bit, so then they can use power on the curves, because if we have a big negative on the fuel, they'll probably just use the hybrid one where it recovers fuel. So we want to give him, and the tyres are still overheating on neutral. This is a joke. I mean, we are in the desert. This is something we've had a lot this season. You're always fighting tyre wear, tyre heating, because I think it's because our tyre heating is so good. So as long as we maintain pace and conserve, that's fine. I don't care. But they're really not good at keeping temperature either. As soon as you go conserve, they drop. But that's fine. I'll stop talking about the tyres now. I'll do it every lap. Esteban Ocon's out. He's just literally pulled off to the side. Apparently it's crashed. But maybe he crashed into the floor. We're on the podium here though with Ricciardo, which is beautiful. There's going to be no rain, so nothing, no trees will be pulled up. Nothing out of the ordinary will happen probably. So this will be a good indication of how fast we are on just a straight race, you know what I mean? With no special circumstances. So we're looking to keep these tyres in temp. Yeah, well there you go, there's overtake. Try and get past Kvyat. Leclerc, you're in 14th, mate. What is wrong with him? Why is he being so bad? I mean, that car was never in 14th last season. It's only improved. He's got a new gearbox in it. I don't know what's wrong with him, but bad race, I guess. So, just zooming through this race. When do we pit? Tyres are alright. Overheating, and you're just not having a good race, are you, Leclerc? So 47 laps. Oh, we just strap on another set of softs and be done with the race strategy. Done with the pit stop. I mean, Ricciardo got a bit of pace there. Daniel Kvyat has crashed out in the AlphaTauri, so that's 2 cars out now already. I'll just Bahrain, and they're not even crashing the walls. There's no walls near them. They're just literally hitting the, I don't know, the runoff area. Running over their own front wing. But I think Leclerc was complaining about being behind Kvyat, so Leclerc might have had a hand in that. Tyre degree's bad. Degree deck. So Leclerc, cheeky tactics there, I have to give it to him. But we got a bit of a gap to Perez here, about 5 seconds, and 5 seconds ahead of on the road to Verstappen. Hamilton's still struggling on those softs, so we don't have to worry about Hamilton just yet. We can probably double stop soon. There's a 35-second gap between Ricciardo and Leclerc. That's incredible. That's so much. We're going to look to attack and really get him some good in-laps here. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Just attack, attack, attack. You two. But you're gonna pit now because you're closer to the pit than him. How much battery has he got? Should we chuck in 50? Nah, I really think overheating it is worse than that 25%'s worth. Well, we can fix that part for free. See, this feels wrong. But you can fix everything for free. Alright, well, we'll do it anyway. It says 2 seconds for the front wing, but I don't think it is. We're going to pit Ricciardo this lap. Part condition, fix. Well, maybe not. Let's not do the front wing now, just in case it does take an extra 2 seconds. Ricciardo's actually in a competitive position. So, car's much easier to drive now. There you go. You're off now, Leclerc. Beautiful. Put in some good laps. Charles on the out lap. Hopefully the undercut works. We pitted pretty early, but Vettel still on the softs that he started on. And we get past Hamilton, and the tyres have overheated like a madman already. We're going to look to conserve a little bit. So 30 laps to go on this Grand Prix here in Bahrain. Second race of the season, and we're on for a podium here as Alonso straps on the mediums like a lunatic. Who the hell goes on the mediums? Mediums are not the tyre. I don't know why he does it. to be fair, I think he's actually pretty good on the medium tyre. Saw him on that compound a couple times last season, and he was in a competitive position. So Leclerc is yelling about getting a position down there in 15th place, which is bizarre, but yeah, give it to the lad. There you go. Go Leclerc. And I think the softs are a bit easier on the tyre heating, as we're stuck behind Sainz here. It's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Use that ER that Kurz. We've got to get past him soon, or else he's going to ruin our race, and we're going to have Hamilton up our gearbox before we know it. He's on the mediums as well. Never mind, his race is over. But overheating still on neutral, so I was wrong with my hypotheses. And Sainz, you need to get out of the way. You need to get out of the way. I'm marching down to McLaren. He's doing this for Sebastian Vettel, isn't he? He knows that we dogged him. And Sainz is probably upset too, because his move to Ferrari in real life didn't materialise in the game. So McLaren have a bit of a problem with us. So, I mean, in real life, is he regretting his move to Ferrari? Probably not. Ferrari, still a good team. I think they'll be alright this year. Surely they can't have another bad engine. Actually, aren't the cars carrying over? See, I'm not really sure what's going on next year with the regulations and the new cars and stuff, but you know, just quick real life Formula 1 talk, you know how it is. Trying to keep these tyres and temps, stuck behind this McLaren. Alonso is closing that gap on the mediums, but probably just because we're stuck behind Sainz, not because he's got any pace. We will get past him. We won't have to worry. Oh no, it's not even Sainz. What am I on about? It is Vettel. I've been calling him Sainz the entire time, but it's Sebastian Vettel. Oh, that's embarrassing. So yeah, this is a grudge match. The man who stole Vettel's seat, trying to overtake him. I can't believe I didn't just look up there and just see Vettel. I was just, yeah, anyway, bizarre. So, it's tyres in temp, chasing down Seb. Come on, Ricciardo, you got to get past him. We've got so much fuel. Got the ERS charged up. Yep, ERS is there. Why did we get so much fuel all of a sudden? Did we get lapped or something? No, we must not have. And that engine is taking a beating. It's already on 54%. We repaired that, remember? Leclerc isn't even going to get in the points today, which is very disappointing, really. It's a point-scoring car. You can't not get in points today. Sorry. I'm sorry, Leclerc, but it is not good enough. If we're going to win the championship with Ferrari, we need two good drivers. Here's Alonso is on the back of Ricciardo, and how did this happen? Hey, this isn't great. It isn't great. We shouldn't be fighting with Alonso. It's because we're stuck behind Vettel. Get out the way. The McLaren's a bloody bus. Oh no, in the race, our podium is in trouble now because we got Vettel's not in the same race as us, but Alonso sort of is. He's just on a slower compound. Come on, Ricciardo, get past Vettel. Vettel, not Sainz. Come on, you have to. He's pitting. Oh, he's handed that to us. Thank you. Alright, zoom away now. Go. Alright, yeah, the 6-second gap to Alonso's already been built. Oh, I was sweating for a little bit. 2 seconds Alonso behind and couldn't get past Vettel. No, you're not pitting. So, did we get laps? Because we got two... I said laps car with the problem. Armstrong. The ART, I can't say I've had a good start to Formula 1. I don't think they have. And look at that, there's a 50-second gap between Stroll and Leclerc for the points. I don't know what's going on there, but Stroll is well down the road as we're looking just to get to the end of this race with Ricciardo here. He's suffering from a bit of tyre wear. We've got 4 laps, so our car must be ridiculous at saving fuel. Because we're just saving fuel like there's no tomorrow. But Sebastian Vettel runs wide. It's giving me a little notification, so hopefully that increases the gap. We are actually making some decent progress. Oh no, it's because Albon pitted. I thought we closed the gap by 10 seconds in like that little time. Look to conserve, neutral. Trying to keep these tyres in temps. It's a bit of a challenge. Conserve, medium. Look, we're in a comfortable position. Let's go easy on the engine, boys. Make it less work for the mechanics to... Like, that engine's already buggered. This one's not looking too shiny either. There's such a gap. Just sort of get it to the end. Don't drive too hard and cause an accident. So that's the first blue flag. That's the first time I've seen that message. So we're going to come home with a podium to follow up a race win. Ricardo could be still top of the. He's still top of the championship. 5 points to Verstappen, but Verstappen is fast, very fast. So, oh, there's a figure eight here. I didn't even realize that the whole time. But yeah, it's a good follow up from a race winner podium, of course. But Verstappen is looking very fast. So we could push Mercedes, but I think third place is more realistic. But Mercedes don't look too fast as things stand. I mean, Valtteri got second, Hamilton got fourth. We've sort of got one driver. And we're not going to look too much into the gap. But like I said, it's not a fair fight. We drop down to third on the championship. Mercedes actually go top. So Mercedes, because they got such equal fast cars, will probably dominate the championship again. Unless we get Leclerc's car up to scratch, we can have a little late end of the season run at first place. But as things stand, 12 points behind Mercedes, not too bad, considering that we're not quite there with both drivers. Obviously, 2 races in, very early doors, still 20 races to go in the season. Massive season. Verstappen gets fastest lap as well, so pure domination. Pole, race win, and fastest lap from Verstappen there. He is fast. Car condition update. Wasn't ideal for the mechanics, never is, except... See, the McLaren have got a real problem with us. He's far below our standards. Just shut that. Ruin his morale a little bit. I'm a bit of a meanie, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Pit crew, remove fatigue crew. Anyone I want to hire? No. Alright. That is where I'm gonna leave it. I will see you tomorrow for the Hanoi Grand Prix in Vietnam. Hopefully we can look at getting another podium. Right now we're on a podium streak of 2. That gearbox might be done, probably not. Just before, we can probably work on the reliability a little bit. Hopefully we can get that in someone's car, because I think gearbox is important. No, it's all top speed anyway. Well, hopefully it's done anyway, just to have a nice new part, and we'll start working on the next one. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if not already. See you in the next one.